Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of Let's Play Terraria. I am sorry for the long delay. Life got in the way of Terraria, but I am back and let's have some fun. So, since last time, I did do a little bit of mining off camera, just because I figured you guys really didn't want to see that. It was kind of a bit boring. So, it's a blood moon right now, that's why I'm murdering everything. But I was able to get myself some new fancy armor. I'm currently wearing a full set of titanium, which is the highest tier of the new metals added. Alternatively, if you have the other metals in your game, it would be adamantium as opposed to titanium. Pretty good set overall. And you can see here this split image that I'm currently had for a second there. That's the set bonus of the titanium armor. I think it's called mirror image. Every 15-20 seconds that activates, and the next attack that would hit you misses you instead. So it's a cool effect. I wouldn't necessarily, yeah, see. So now the next attack that would normally hit me will actually miss. See, I'll run into this, and I took no damage from that spectre. Or possessed armor. Anyway, while we're here just milling around, I also took the time to build a bit of a bridge. As I remember last time, we were saying we want to try to find we want to get ourselves a pair of wings. First thing you're going to need for wings are souls of flight. That's why I've got this lovely little bridge up here in the middle of the sky. There's a new sub-boss, I suppose you could call him. The Wyvern is a new mini-boss that spawns in hard mode. And he drops souls of flight. He is the only source of souls of flight. Additionally, while we're up here, we can kill harpies because they drop feathers. So the most recent patch added several types of wings. Sorry, brain fart there. Several different wing types. Not all wings are created equal. Your basic and easiest is going to be feathers from a harpy, and that gives you, I believe, angel wings. I'm not positive on that, but it gives you a set of wings. And they're pretty good. There's frost wings, ghost wings, skeleton wings, demon wings, fairy wings, and you'd have to look at the wiki for exactly what's best, but there is a rank to which wings are better than others. Fortunately for me, while I was out gathering and mining, I came across a frost golem, which hopefully a little later I'll show you guys. Actually, let's see if I can find you a frost golem right now, since I'm having no luck with the wyvern. Oh yeah, also I've built a couple of new homes. This was made out of, glass, flesh, and mushroom. Just keeping it classy. But there's another new mini-boss that will spawn during a blizzard. So when it's raining in a snow biome, you get a blizzard. And the new enemy that spawns is a frost golem. Let's see if we're lucky enough to find him. And the frost golem drops guaranteed one piece of frost armor and a chance for a frozen feather, which the frozen feather is what you use to make let's get some light here so you guys can see what we're doing here. You need a frost feather if you want to make frozen wings. I was lucky enough to get one, so there you go. Also, frost armor is pretty good armor, so if you don't really feel like mining, it's a way of getting pretty decent armor without having to grind too much for it. But I don't seem to have any luck today with a frost golem. But basically, if you're in a blizzard, just kind of run back and forth, kill other monsters because there's a limit of how many monsters can be on the screen. And keep an eye out for a frosty golem. But yeah, again, sorry for the long delay, ladies and gentlemen, but had a final and holidays, so you know how it goes. Also, bit of announcement, I ordered some new hardware. When that gets set up, I should be adding a better microphone and a webcam, so now you guys can see my lovely reactions while we go. You'll have to let me know what you think of that. I think it should be fun. I don't think we're going to have much luck finding this frost golem. We'll hang out here a little longer in case he does show up, but if not... Do I have a blue candle? No, I do not. I don't know how much of this I've done with you guys on camera or not, but I've got obsidian water walking boots, so lava immunity, fire immunity, and I can walk on lava. A fleeting aglet, nothing too special there yet. Spectre boots, it's the dash and the flight. Quick magma stone, gives me a flame attack. And a cloud in a bottle, or cloud in a balloon. So I get a double jump it with an extra high jump. There we go. So that's an ice golem. Heads up, these guys are tough. Quite tough. He's got 3,000 hit points and he does damage. Like, I have high tier armor and he just did 40 damage to me. Oh dear. Yeah, he's a monster. Fortunately. Hey, get back here. I have a solution for this. Anyway, you've got 3,000 health, so it's just a little bit to whittle down. So that's why, if you notice, I have this lovely little shooting gallery. He tries to get to me, but he can't jump over the cliff, and I can shoot him through the whole. I highly recommend doing it. Well, if you're feeling lazy, this is the way. There we go. So he dropped frost leggings. Frost leggings, 13 defense compared to the 11 defense of titanium leggings. So they're pretty much on par with titanium. The titanium headpiece is a lot more defense than the frost headpiece, but the full frost set gives you a frost attack. So like currently I have a flaming attack. A full frost set would give you a frost attack too, freezing, giving your enemies frostbite, which is a small damage over time. Additionally, there is a chance of the frost giant dropping a frost feather. But while we're back home, we'll just quick stack some stuff up. So as you can see, I've got a fair bit of orichalcum, where's the palladium, and I've used up most of my titanium. But so what we're looking for are these souls of flight. And this is the ice feather that was dropped. So, without further ado, I'm just looking for my blue candle. Because I know I stole them from the dungeon. If I were a blue candle, where would I live? Good question. Can't seem to find my blue candles. This is perplexing, to say the least. Yes. Oh well, it's not necessary. The blue candle, I'm just going to take one up with me to mine everything. Just for the faster spawns, but that's okay, we don't need a blue candle. Where do we go? So I think just about every pair of wings always takes 20 souls of flight, which means you're going to have to kill at least 3 wyverns. Because I've never seen a wyvern drop more than 8 souls. So, you hang out up here and just kind of run back and forth and kill the harpies until a wyvern spawns. Come on. This is why I thought a blue candle would have been a good idea. You know, actually I don't know if a wyvern can spawn in the rain. Can they see to fly? Good question. Wow, we can relax and watch. But after we get ourselves a set of wings, I think now that we have some decent armor, we might want to turn our eyes towards the jungle, which gets a lot tougher in hard mode. The next hard mode boss we'll be fighting is Terraria. Unfortunately, I do have to apologize to you guys. In the jungle, there's a bee's nest, which I found in a previous video, but I never went in and fought the queen bee. I could go in now. The queen bee is an easy mode boss, so you shouldn't have trouble with her at this point. The reason I'm afraid is the jungle is very frightening at this point. Just something to keep in mind. There's really like very low monster spawns. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the wyvern. So, he tracks to you. Best way is just kind of run along and dodge him at the last second with a jump. You can attack him. His head does more damage than the rest of his body segments to you. So like, as long as you dodge his snout, he really doesn't hurt much. See, his head did 50 damage, the rest of him did pieces of 10. Easy method. Shoot him. Magic actually works really well on him. Multi-hit magic that goes through each segment works really well because you wait for him to come diving in and it hits every single segment. Much like you can see my swords hitting every segment. I'd better be careful or there's not going to be much of me left. There we go. Doo-doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. So it's... once you get used to the timing, the wyvern's really not hard, but you gotta pay attention or else it will do bad things to you. Alright, let's end this. There we go. To the victor of the spoils. 6 souls of flight. Awesome. So now I'm up to 12, 6 here, 6 back there. So I think we're probably gonna have to... actually, it looks like you probably have to kill 4 wyverns if they're dropping 6 apiece. Not the end of the world, but something to keep in mind. Yeah, heal up a little bit while we wait for the next wyvern to show up. And I think it's 20 feathers needed for wings. As always, you can always double check that with your friendly neighborhood guide. Where, oh where has my wyvern gone? Where, oh where could he be? I really think spawn rates are slower in the rain. It's really strange. We'll come back up here in a second. First, I really wonder where all my blue candles went. I'm not seeing them in... oh, there they are. I'm just water candles. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize. I'm blind. Yeah, just a little bit. Alright. This should speed things up. And, you know, word of caution, water candles are great for farming, but you gotta be careful. Used unresponsibly. Hey, there we go. Bad things will happen. Without further ado... ow. So you just kind of duck and weave. Actually, since I have this up, there we go. The adamantium, I have a titanium sword. It hits multiple segments, so it does a lot of damage per hit. Unfortunately, it's not an auto swing, so you do have to spam your right mouse button. But, small price to pay for ridiculous amount of damage. And I might die here. Ha! Just kidding. 10 souls of flight. Hey, I think we're good. And then I find out we actually needed 25. Oh, a fun little tidbit. If you have a wyvern that's attacking you and you warp home, don't think you're safe. The wyvern will follow you home. Look, Mommy, I brought a wyvern home. Can I keep it? It only wants to murder me. Yeah, think twice. So I think these two lovely things. Aha! And there we go. 20 souls of flight and a ice feather. Now I have intrepid frozen wings, which I will definitely be putting to use. I'm gonna probably... yeah, I don't need naglets right now. So now we can show you guys the flight suit. And you can all look on with envy and awe at my flying majesty. Or you can just go, oh, hey, that's nice, I have wings too. Yeah, you know, each of their own. I'm going to sell these. I have space, I'll put the mushroom ones there. There we go. Just a minute as I sell off some stuff. Oh yeah, and frost leggings sell for a pretty penny, 3 gold apiece, so it's quite profitable to farm that golem if you can make him spawn quickly. Water candles are going to be your best friend. But let's look at wings, shall we? So I've got the lovely glowing effect, and I almost made it all the way up with my wings. Also, a nice extra bonus of wings. I'll show you. Normally, this would hurt me. No falling damage. So wings, they give you extra flight, extra maneuverability. The way they work is like rocket boots. So you hold to flap. They work with rocket boots just for extra long. The one thing wings also add is once you're out of fly time, if you keep holding space, you glide slowly down. So it's a lot of added maneuverability. Wings plus Spectre Boots give you a lot of fly time. You can argue you really don't need both. And so like, if you need more defense, pick some more defensive-based accessories. I personally love mobility, so you'll see me running with wings, because wings are awesome. But, now that we have wings, what should we look into doing next? That is a very good question. Actually, I need to see where's the guide? I know the aglet builds into something, but I can't remember what. So I need to ask him. Yeah. Lightning boots. Spectre boots. I need an anklet of the wind. Those are a little harder to come by. Such is life. I don't think wings... no. Wings I don't think can ever be crafted into something. If I could ever find a lava charm, I can make lava waders. These are amazing items. It's basically it's water walking boots, it's obsidian, and with the lava charm, you can actually go into lava for a period of time before you take damage. They're wonderful items. Unfortunately I don't have it yet. The Spectre boots, saw that. Magma stone. Fire gauntlet with a mechanical glove. It's pretty useful. The reason I have the magma stone, it's not really the most useful, except for the fact that when you swing a weapon, it gives you a flaming particle effect, which makes scouting out really nice. And if I had a horseshoe, I could make a blue horseshoe balloon. That being said, since I have wings now, it's not as important. Or, if you have all 3 balloons, you can make a bundle of balloons, which allows you to quadruple jump. Just boing, boing, boing. You're made of springs. Or hot air. Or both. Not entirely sure. You tell me. But that would be another option. It is sometimes difficult since you're not guaranteed to have a blizzard and a sandstorm, a blizzard in a bottle, sandstorm bottle, and cloud in a bottle in one world. Actually, it's quite often you'll have to raid other worlds if you want that item. So keep that in mind. Let's see, depositing everything. What other accessories do I have? Umbrella hat. The trifold map can be combined with other things eventually. So the trifold map, immunity to confusion. There's a lot of items that give you immunity to 1 debuff. Eventually you can combine all of those together into the Ankh charm, I believe it is, and that's a very powerful item. Cobalt shield is not a bad shield. Cobalt shield can also be combined into things. I think it goes into the Ankh. Slippers let you swim. Yeah, I really don't have any good magic. Yeah, vitamins. Well, at this point, the next thing to do should be looking for our jungles. We've got... yeah. Our jungle's over here. So the next point in the game is fighting a boss called Plantera. A hard mode boss that dwells in the jungle. I don't think I'm ready for Plantera yet. I need 1 more tier of armor that we get from the jungle. So, actually, can you get... I don't think that stuff spawned yet. Alright. Let's go to the jungle, see how tough things are, start exploring. A word of caution. Once you enter hard mode, the jungle is a lot more dangerous than it used to be. So, approach with extreme caution. Yeah. Alright, I think we're in the jungle. Oh yeah, so I made myself a chainsaw. Makes cutting trees sound a lot nicer. So, the big reason you want to be afraid in the jungle, there are giant bugs that are a pain in the rear. And there are also those guys, right there. Giant tortoise. They basically bundle into their shell and launch themselves across the screen. If they hit you while they're doing that, you're in for a world of hurt. So, yeah. Watch out. Everything in here is a badass. Except for you. You're a weakling. See? 106 damage. That tortoise doesn't even care. He's like, yep, get out of my town. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle! Alright. I won't sing AC/DC. I respect your guys' eardrums too much for that. So, I need to stop and think here for a second. We've got wings. What should we do next? We have decent armor. We can't really get much better than what we have. Actually, no. Of course. There is plenty more we can do. Before we go to the jungle, there is another set of armor we can get into. Hallowed armor. And hallowed weaponry. To get that, we need to fight some of the new hard mode bosses. Plantera is not the next hard mode boss. I'd completely forgotten about an entire tier of bosses. So, basically for every major easy mode boss, there's now a hard mode equivalent. You have the twins, summoned by a mechanical eye, which are kind of like the Eye of Cthulhu, but bigger and badder. You have the Destroyer, which is kind of like the Devourer, but mechanical and bigger and badder. You have Skeletron Prime, has 4 hands, a lot more health, and a royal pain in the rear. Am I forgetting anything? No, I don't think so. For at least for PC version. I think console version has 1 new boss as well, but since I haven't played the console version, I can't speak to that. But killing these guys drop, every time you kill them, they drop different souls and they drop hallowed ore, or no, hallowed bars. So the trick is to figure out what we need to summon them with. And that's what I'm blanking on temporarily. I think... I'm gonna grab my... If I have any souls of night, I think... I'm pretty sure souls of night get used in the summoning. So let's just check off of that. Yep, here we go. So Mechanical Skull would summon the one thing, Mechanical Worm. Okay, so Mechanical Worm can be summoned in 2 different ways. Rotten Chunk or Vertebrae, since I'm in a Crimson world, it's going to be Vertebrae. The Twins? I actually don't know what summons the Twins. So we'll have to see if we can find ourselves a Mechanical Eye somewhere for the fun of it. That being said, I think we have a shot at taking on the Worm. Maybe. So we need Vertebrae, Iron, and Souls of Night. So we've got the Souls of Night. I'm sure we already have the Iron. So that just leaves the Vertebrae. Which we might have too. Maybe not actually. I've got 2 Vertebrae. We need a few more. So we all know what that means. To the corruption! Hunting we will go. It's so nice to be able to fly. Whee! So yeah, you can see you can cover a lot of ground really easy. Flying, excuse me. Alright. Into the corruption. Let's find and murder things. There we go. And actually, because we can, there we go. Get the lovely monster spawn rate increased. And hey, it's Christmas time! Awesome! Totally forgot about that. So you remember during Halloween time we had the goodie bags drop? Well, now that it's Christmas time, we have. Come on, I'm sure you guys can drop a vertebrae for me. At any rate, Christmas time drops presents. Candy cane blocks. It's a building material that you can build a house out of. We'll have to do that. So during Christmas time, there are new enemies. Well, enemies have a chance of dropping Christmas presents. Christmas presents contain candy cane blocks, snow, and I think a snow globes, which can be used to summon the Snowman Legion. Kind of like the Goblin Army, but a little bit tougher. So we'll have to see what we'll have to gather these presents and see what all we can come up with. So this actually works well. I mean, we have to farm up some vertebrae anyways. Might as well see if we can get our hands on some other stuff too. Having very little luck though, getting any vertebrae to drop. Although I think it's partially because of the monsters. I want the giant walking mouse guys, whatever their names were, I can't remember. As you can see, being able to fly is really nice. Alright, let's go back to the corruption. But yeah, once we get these vertebrae, we'll be able to summon the destroyer. We're going to want to set up an arena for him, because that's... I honestly don't know if I actually can take that boss on just yet, but you never know until you try, right? And apart from vertebrae, the souls and iron are pretty easy to come by, so... Just need to get our hands on some more vertebrae. Hey look, more Souls of Night. Useful, but not what I was really hoping for. Don't forget to read. Actually, I don't remember if I had my grappling hook last time I was with you guys. I have to double check. It's been a little bit. But I have a grappling hook. It's the Jungle Vine. Yeah, I did. I told you guys about it. So it has 3. It's pretty nice. It also has pretty good range. Alright, maybe if I go down the top. Oh. Hello, pig rock. Didn't drop anything I needed. How rude. Hey, derplings. Lots of them. Herplings, not derplings. Another present. Presents are always nice. Wow. I've never had this bad of luck in getting my hands on a couple of vertebrae. Oh boy. Alright. Did not keep an eye on my health. So as you can see, the downside of having a water coin, or water candle, you will get a lot more enemies spawning, so always gotta keep that in mind. Yep. I could try making some different magic with the wizard. Before I do that though, I'm curious if I have any souls of light. I do not. I'm trying to remember what goes into making the, summoning the eyes. Let's go see what we can do here. Eventually I'll go back to farming up more vertebrae because I need them, but no rush. Different types of chests you can make with all the different types of wood. That's actually kind of cool. It's pretty. There we go. Can't fly. Ah, lens. Soul of light. Actually, you know what? We're gonna fight the twins because lenses I think I have already. I just need some souls of light, which shouldn't be too hard to come by. I just need to find hello. So souls of light and souls of night are a little bit special. Anytime you're in a corruption, you'll get souls of night, or there's a chance enemies will drop souls of night. Anytime you're in a hallow biome, there's a chance enemies will drop souls of light. So, where is the hallow? I think I passed through some hallow on the left. I think there's some hallow in here. Yeah. So, let's go farm a few souls of light. That's going to be faster and easier. Who cares about that gold coin? It'll be there later. Or it might not. Eh. Oh, we're at it. Let's have fun opening a present. More candy cane. Red and green. Alright, so you know you're in the Hallow when everything gets really colorful. I don't know if we discussed that before, but there we go. Problem is I really don't want to be in a hallowed jungle. Ooh. You know what? We're going underground. It's gonna be safer. So, I feel like I have like cross-eyed when I see that after image. So this is a bunch of corruption over here. Well, crimson for me, but same difference. We should find some Hallow sooner or later. So we're just gonna run along until right. Thought I could walk on lava. You need the lava waders for that. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Going for a swim in lava hurts. Alright. I got crystals growing. Yes. Excellent. Pearl stone. We are now in... Let's get some light going on here. We're now in the Hallow. You can tell the music has changed a bit. And everything is pink. But now every enemy we kill here has a chance of dropping a soul of light. It's not guaranteed, but any enemy you kill in the Hallow can do it. So I'm actually going to open up things a little bit. Where I can kill things more easily. A heads up, you do find some pretty... The Hallow, you think, oh yay, it's a happy, holy place. No. You find unicorns, watch out, those unicorns are brutal. There we go, 1 soul of light. 2 souls of light. See, this won't take long. I hope. But, as always, you can speed the process along by placing a water candle. Now we should have twice the enemy spawn rate, and they're all stuck over there. Alas, earwax. Ooh, I believe that is a mimic over there. I want to kill it. Another trick you can do, spread lava very, very thinly over your ground so that enemies walk in it and die, but your items don't get destroyed. It's another useful trick you can use for farming. Watch out for Excalibur. Interestingly enough, when you have enough hallowed bars, you can make a weapon that looks very much like that. It's called Excalibur. It's a very powerful weapon, and it can eventually be more, forged into a hyper-powerful weapon. But that's later. I'm pretty sure that's a mimic there. Because I don't remember there being a treasure chest. Might be. The reason I'm excited to kill mimics are they drop several accessories. Actually, I think they're guaranteed to drop an accessory. And I want those accessories. And there's this little white. I think I need, what, 6? Okay, so this one's actually a legitimate chest. There is no way that one is, though. Hey! We got a mimic. Violent compass. Which I believe shows horizontal position. You can use a compass to make a GPS. It's cool, but it's not really what I was hoping for. There's several better drops in the golden drop. Philosopher's Stone, etc. Oh, hey, look! That Chaos Elemental was kind enough to go down in the lava and drop me a soul. I believe 6 souls were what was required. If I can grab this without dying. There we go. So, on we go. And you'll need your mithril / or a Helcom anvil to do the crafting. First things first, let's clean up house. Alright. I should be able to make... There we go. Mechanical eye. Summons the twins. So now you'll have 2 eyes. They have higher defense, a lot more health, and they do a lot more damage. You're not going to want to take them out in melee. You're going to want a very powerful ranged attack. Probably the best I have access to is... you can make a repeating crossbow in the higher metals. So I have a titanium repeater here. Only thing I need now is a lot of arrows. But that can be pretty easily come by. You can buy them directly. It used to be you couldn't, so you had to make all your arrows, which was time consuming to say the least. Ridiculously frustrating to say more. Healing potions. Let's open my present. Candy. Mummy shirt. I can look like a mummy. Okay. I can just sell those. I don't really need them. Don't need that. I'm going to deposit my iron again because I'm done with that. Pearl sand. Useful? Not really. Man, yeah, compass. The compass, so you can actually make, I'll show you. I'll actually walk up to the guide and show you. So you combine the compass with a gold or platinum, the alternative metal, basically a gold watch, a depth meter, which you can find, and a compass, and you get a GPS. It shows you tells you the time of day, shows you the position, and yeah, it's useful if you... I think it was more useful before the mini-map was added, because back then you kind of had to know where you're going. Now the mini-map is just too easy, to be completely honest. I wonder if I can upgrade that into anything. I don't think so. Nope. Pity. It's a nice magic spell. That was my raining blood cloud, if any of you guys remember. Yeah. You can upgrade your phase blades. Is that the upgraded form already? I think that's the upgraded form already. Nope. So you can actually make a phase saber. 47 fast speed as opposed to this. Oh, about the same. You just need to harvest a bunch of crystal shards. So if you need a decent weapon, this is actually a pretty... because you can get this really easily. Mining 50 crystal shards is not hard. They grow everywhere in the hallowed underground. And yeah, a phase blade you could have made back in easy mode. And it's 47 damage, with really high critical hits. Well, yeah. 47 damage, fast speed. you know, you get to look and sound awesome when you're swinging it around. Where did I get this from? Here we go. Alright, so let's sell this stuff off and buy some arrows. I'm trying to remember who actually sells arrows. I don't actually think the armsman does, but I could be very mistaken. Oh, he sells unholy arrows. Not bad. Just kind of looking through what everyone else has. So we'll use the same... I could buy hellfire arrows, so that's probably better. Sets them on fire. Oh, I'll come back for those. 1 silver a pop, though, is pricey. Very pricey. Might... I think our shopkeeper might sell basic arrows. Yes. How much? 10 copper piece, yeah. Let's stock up a bit. So, by itself, that's pretty useless. I can make flaming arrows, which isn't a lot more damage. Let's see what else we have. Frostburn arrows with an ice torch. Jester's arrows. Not bad. Jester's arrows actually do a fair bit of damage. Unholy arrow. Hellfire arrows I could make if I have extra hellstone. Cursed arrows if I have a cursed flame. Those are actually pretty good. Ichor arrows. Holy venom. We don't have access to venom. Actually, Ichor arrows are going to be the best bet. They do a lot of damage and they decrease defense, which is huge. So we're going to go farm some Ichor. If you remember, those were in the underground Crimson, those Ichor spitters. I think I have 1 Ichor, but we need a lot more. Yeah, I have 1 Ichor. So we have a little ways to go. But that's okay. That's part of the fun and the adventure, right? Down we go. So when we get down into the underground Crimson, we can chill here and look for the little Ichor spitters. There we go. See that guy down there? The Ichor sticker? That's the ticket. Oh, hey, here's another one. Watch out for them. If they shoot you, they will decrease... Yeah. They do a ridiculous amount of damage, and they drop your defense. So you gotta be careful around these guys. It will end very badly for you if you're not careful. Certainly, actually, it might be in your best interest to just shoot them. You don't run the risk of getting shot. Unfortunately, you do have to collect your Ichor. So I get something like, let's just finish off the step. I get 25 arrows per Ichor. So I want at least 1,000 arrows just to be safe. How much did that put me at? Basic math, can I do it? Right now, I'm one of not drowned. 40. I need about 40 ichor. More is bonus, but I need at least 40. And how many do I have right now? 9 ichor. So, I mean, that would give me 250 arrows. That would be enough to put a good dent, but I want more than enough arrows. Because with twins, you're going to be running around frantically. If you have extra arrows, then you don't really care if you miss so much. Hey, it's a mimic down there. I want those gauntlets. Titan gloves. They give you a lot of knockback, but they can be combined with several things. There we go. Yeah, Titan gloves increases melee knockback. How much am I at? 14. So we're getting close. We'll farm it up, and probably next episode we'll fight the twins, just because of time constraints. That makes sense. And I'll try to look up how to get vertebrate, because I think there's another way. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll just be looking into that too. Because ultimately, it's you want to fight all of the hard mode bosses, because they each drop a different fright, might, sight, different souls. Wow, I'm having a lot of luck with mimics. And you gotta watch out for mimics. They do a ridiculous amount of damage. Like, I have high-end armor, and they still hit me for 60. 50. Ah, Philosopher's Stone. Nice. Ouch. Alright, that hurt. Back down the hatch. Philosopher's Stone gives you, lets you chug healing potions more quickly, among other things. But let's... crafting. Titan Glove. Power Glove, if I put it with Feral Claws. Pretty useful. I think I have Feral Claws already. I should have. Feral Claws are a... yes. Feral Claws are an easy mode jungle item. Am I blind? There you go. There he is. Where'd the guide go? Oh wait, never mind. There we go. Now I have a Power Glove. Increased melee knockback and increased melee speed. All in all, quite useful. But we're not done. Ugh, I don't have an Avenger emblem. The Avenger emblem is a Ranger emblem, a Mage emblem, and a Fighter emblem. All three that need to be dropped from the Wall of Flesh. So you have to farm the Wall of Flesh a little bit for it. Might do that off camera, because... or I might fight the Wall of Flesh a couple times for you guys, just to end... because it is kind of entertaining. And I have several guide voodoo dolls. Yeah. So I have what? One emblem? I know I have at least one emblem, I missed it. Any rate, I have at least, yeah. I have the Ranger emblem, so I need a Fighter emblem and a Mage emblem. But, Magma Stone. I want to use the Power Glove. Increase, because it's more useful to me. Ah! Snow Globe summons the Frost Legion. We'll have to do a video about that too. Because that's all pretty awesome stuff. Alright, I have 15 ichor. arrows over here. There we go. Put my Philosopher's Stone away. Probably can sell some of... Actually, bones don't belong in here. Quick magma stone. There. Okay. So, let's go pick up my coins. And then kill a wall flesh. Because, yeah. Oh hey, it's the Ichor dude. So you can see I can swing a lot faster now. I'll show you the knockback here. Yeah, it's like they're a punching bag. It can be a little annoying for easily knocked back enemies to begin with, but for things like the Mimic and the enemies that just don't get knocked back, this will actually hit them back, so you don't take as much damage. Where's all my... Okay. So we're just gonna run out, throw them into the edge. I actually don't have a better ranged weapon right now, so I'll use my sword to kill off the hungry, and then finish him with my Phoenix Blaster. Actually, I wonder. That's 40 damage, that's 20... No. Even with basic arrows, I'm looking at 44 damage. So we're going to be using my new repeater. I'll show you guys the repeater with basic arrows. Oh, lots of presents. I must have been a good boy this year. Or I bribed Santa Claus. Don't tell anyone. Well, actually, I don't know if that makes sense. You bribe Santa Claus, so you're giving Santa Claus money so that you get presents, aka money. I guess it takes some money to earn money. Yeah. We'll just say I was a good boy. That makes a lot more sense. Anyway, we all know this drill. Cast them into the fire! Isildur! Alrighty. Poor Jacob. So, we'll start off murdering the hungry. Yeah, see how far back they fly. Good enough. So, it's a repeater, so you can click and hold. Really useful. And yeah, it's doing pretty solid damage. So the repeaters are actually, especially if you don't have anything better, repeaters are really nice weapons. The best part, in my opinion, is the fact that you can just click and hold. Setting the record. Now, let's see what I was lucky enough to get. A warrior emblem. Good. That's one of the ones I need. All I need now is a mage emblem. And I'd be set. And I think new guides, so, well, we'll see. I don't think I'll bore you guys with that one again. Once in a while it's fun, too much and it just becomes a hassle, so that's all what? I'll pick up those arrows later. I have plenty and to spare. Always open presents. So one thing is presents, unlike goodie bags, presents don't stack. A little annoying, but... also, you only need one bone hammer, so pick your favorite. Really doesn't matter, so sell the expensive one. At least that's what I do. Blinkered seeds, I really don't think I'll need to farm those. Yeah, let's deposit everything. So, yeah, we have a ranger emblem, warrior emblem, deposit my soul of light for later. There we go. So far we're doing pretty good. Snow globe here. So here's the Palladium outfit, if you guys are interested. Here's the Orhalcum. You look fabulous in Orhalcum pink. Just gonna say it. But yeah. Otherwise, get some more ichor. Actually, I think at this point we're probably reaching a good stopping point for the episode. Off camera, I'm probably going to farm up a little more ichor. There we go. Beat him to death. That was fun. I'll probably farm up a little more ichor and see if maybe I can get a mage emblem. If I can get the mage emblem, I'll walk you guys through the assembly. But so the mage emblem, combined you get an Avenger's amulet, which gives you plus 10% damage overall. That combines with the gloves to give you, I think it's 9% damage plus attack speed plus knockback. So pretty powerful. And then that can be combined with the magma for 8% damage, knockback, speed, and you light everything on fire. So it's a very involved item, but it has a lot of buffs to it. So it's really kind of cool. I'll walk you guys through that. Wow, I'm having all the luck. But yeah, so you can see it's really useful to keep enemies as far back as possible. Whoa, that's cool. Crimson Axe. So, yeah, if you remember Excalibur really wouldn't get knocked back. Now I have a solution to that. Where's my ichor sticker? Frosty turtles, watch out for them. They're the same. They're just like the ones pain in the rear. So I think the frost tortoises are a little bit weaker. Just slightly. Don't let your guard down, because if you do, they'll eat you alive for dinner or breakfast. Depends on the time of day. But either way, it doesn't end well for you, so keep that in mind. Yeah. Anyway, I think we are reaching the close of an episode. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Ah, hey, one more ichor. Alright, I'm gonna kill this last ichor sticker. There we go. Whoops. How much ichor? 8 plus whatever head. Getting close to what I need. It's nice. Always deposit your stuff. So at this point also, pumpkins will no longer naturally grow. You can still buy the seeds from the Dryad, I believe, though. Yeah, I've got 24 ichor. Close! So next episode, we should be able to fight the twins, and maybe I'll have an Avengers emblem. I think that's probably it for tonight, though. So, have a good one, guys. And until next time, take care of yourselves.